Welcome back to the next episode of The Life and Suffering of Sir Brante. We're never going to know, are we? We've come to the end of our childhood, or at least our initial childhood. So now we're going to move on. Soon you're a small boy no longer. As the days pass, play gradually gives way to laborious study. Now your choices will decide your place in the bizarre and ruthless world of adulthood. Your childhood years are over. So that was from 1118 to 1125. So we're only 7. Personal qualities that have accumulated in childhood, they will convert into adult qualities at the end of Chapter 2, Adolescence. So we're resolute, we're curious, don't have much real power. Your inner strength and the number of lesser deaths you've experienced, these qualities will stay with you for your entire life. Let's continue. From childhood to adolescence, and then to youth. We're not quite in adulthood just yet, we're only 8 years old. Sometimes the game seems to struggle a little bit with its timelines.
I was growing up fast. The school, the streets, and the whole wide world awaited me beyond the gate of my parents' house.
Chapter 2, Adolescence. You've lived in this world for 8 years now. As you grow older, life grows more complex. The world of your childhood was limited to your house and family, but now that realm is expanding. It also includes your neighbourhood, the nearby houses, the streets of the ancient city of Anizotti. A question now looms over you, growing more pressing with each passing year. What will your place be in this vast outside world? Few people in the blessed Archnean Empire trouble themselves with this question. It is not within a man or woman's power to choose. Their destiny is predetermined by their birth and those who bore them. And yet your peculiar birth has granted you a choice. Your father is a man of nobility, a worthy example in matters of duty and honour. Your mother is a commoner of lowly estate, humility, patience made flesh. And your sky is ablaze day and night with the light of the shining pillar, the beacon of the clergy. Your back bears the mark of the lash. Will you accept the drudgery and suffering that is the lot of the lowborn for your entire life? Or will you follow in the footsteps of your father and your father's father and fight for the right to serve the Empire as a noble of the mantle? Perhaps you'll follow the twin god's word and offer spiritual guidance to others. The answer lies out there in that vast, terrifying world. What awaits you beyond the walls of your home? Okay, so events that can happen to the Brante family in this chapter. You discover a secret society that my sister's joined. You can find out about your elder brother's forbidden love, potentially another man. You join the blood tide of the Brante family. Interesting. Your younger brother receives a spiritual domination from you. That's interesting. You can experience your first romantic feelings. You experience a revelation by the sacred silver tree, or you save the local girl named Sophia from lesser death. Your personal qualities at this age, they may determine which choice you take, so this is now different from they were before. Nobility represents how noble your thoughts and deeds are in the pursuit of honourable ideas of the nobleman. It focuses your chances of becoming a noble of the mantle and future skills that are crucial for the noble estate. Ingenuity represents how quick-witted you are and how skillfully you can manipulate a situation to your own end. It affects your ability to survive without the privileges of nobility and future skills that are crucial for a commoner. So if we want to go towards nobility, we need to go for that one there. And spirituality, your aspiration to unlock the mysteries of creation and explore the divine in the mortal world, the people around you and yourself. It affects your ability to become a priest and future skills crucial for clergy. I don't think we want to become a priest, that's for sure. Still have willpower. Still have deaths, or lesser deaths. Relations screen is now available, province screen is now available, and map of the empire screen is now available. No relations yet. Here's a map of that empire, with a lot of background. And the province. So the power from the church, the wealth, the order. We'll get into that as it becomes relevant, I think. Right now, let's crack on with adolescence. I think would be a sensible starting point. Year 1126, 8 years of age. The boy down the street. The family expects more and more of you as you grow up. The teachers and tutors hired by your father keep you on your toes all the time. Your life these days is dedicated to studying for your future, for the future of the Brante family. Your younger brother Nathan keeps growing up too. He can hold a conversation now. You never refuse him when he comes to play, provided you have a bit of free time between your demanding lessons. It's a rainy day today, and father and mother have gone to a ball and left Nathan in your care. You lose track of time over the books in the sitting room, and Nathan goes off alone to splash in the creek. Soon you hear his voice begging you to come outside. He is on the porch, sobbing, all covered in dirt. You walk up to him as he continues to bawl. It's all that kid. He pushed me into the ditch and called me names. He said I was a fancy pants fool. I said I'd call my brother. He's still there. You have to go punish him, Montgomery. Nathan points at a lopsided wooded house further down the street where the poor artisans live. You can see two boys lingering there on the porch. They are both clearly commoners, but far from poor. One of them is also as tall as Nathan, and he frowns in a funny way, just like him. The other looks older, almost your age, but he's more broad-shouldered and taller. His name is Thomas. You've heard it before. There, Montgomery. That's him. Nathan points at the younger boy and hides behind your back. Thomas grins and rolls up his sleeves to reveal strong forearms. He must have been helping his father with manual labour for quite some time. Listen up, rich boys. We don't give a damn about you or your friendship. We don't let nobody call our home a stinking rat hole. Your little brother earned his ditch dive. Maybe next time he'll just normal and stop picking fights with people who can throw him in the mud. Your hands clench into fists before you react. Nathan called them names first. No wonder they did the same, that's how it goes. But pushing your brother into a ditch is too much. Tom stands tall and confident. He sees no threat in you. You're about to get ready for a fight when you feel a tug in your sleeve. You turn your head to see Nathan, the one who started the whole mess. We can't unlock this because Nathan's not grateful. We're going to do our best to reason with him and avoid a fight, I think. Although I suspect it won't go well. This quarrel can be resolved peacefully. You turn to Thomas and offer to solve the problem like adults. His brother will apologise to Nathan, and Nathan will apologise to him in return. There is no need to fight anymore, and you'll give Nathan a piece of your mind when you get home. You and Thomas are all grown up and should act your age, you say. The blood rushes to Thomas's face when he hears this. At our age, you say? Are you calling me a baby? You better shut your trap. This is all he says before he attacks. You barely dodge a fist flying at your face. You start trading blows, huffing and puffing with rage. The younger brothers gawk in awe at the sight. Thomas does not resort to fancy moves, dirty tricks or stupid taunts. He displays nothing but skill earned in many a street fight, and his heavy fists aim for your head. You keep dodging him again and again, trying to reach him. He takes a couple of glancing blows, but easily shakes them off. What a bruiser. You start swinging your fists with greater and greater fury. Your heart is pounding like a hammer. You see nothing but the foe in front of you. How much longer will this take? You're worn out, and your breath grows ragged, your muscles grow heavy. But there is nothing way you can give up now. Nathan is watching you. Desperate and out of options, you swing and punch Thomas square in the nose, then immediately let his fist smack you in the temple. The blow rings through your head like a bell, and he blinds you for a moment. The world swims before your eyes. You clutch your head to get your bearings. Thomas is standing in front of you, blood dripping from his nose. You no longer want to fight it out, and it seems your opponent would rather end it too. But you keep standing there, eyeing each other angrily. Then suddenly you hear an angry shout right next to you. An enraged man in a craftsman apron is shaking his fist. Thomas's face contorts in terror right away. It's my father. Run! The punishment for fighting is flogging, and the mere prospect of that makes you run like the wind. Thomas sprints in front of you. You dash across the rotten wooden planks of the back alley, up and over a lopsided fence, across the giant puddle in one leap, and then forward into the tall grass. You hide there and stay quiet, but you hear no sounds of pursuit. You exchange glances with Thomas and start laughing. His laughter is loud and infectious, but soon he cuts it short and grows sadder. I'm going to get flogged anyways. My dad's always quick to give me a beating, and then he'll start nagging me about the lots and my prayers for the day like he always does. Why do I always get myself mixed up in this stuff? Fighting's the only way to prove you're worth anything, right? The adults didn't see you fighting, you tell him. So all you have to do now is convince them that you weren't. Nosebleeds happen, right? Mother gets nosebleeds all the time. Well, we could try it. Let's hope our little brothers don't tell on us. I'll talk to mine. There's a scratch on your head. Don't let them see it. Good thing I didn't hit you in the face. There, good as new. You assure him that Nathan will never tell, and in return you'll make sure he behaves himself so he won't get tossed in a ditch again. With that, you shake hands with Thomas. His handshake is as strong as you'd expect based on his fists. You make your way out to the tall grass. You need to leave before Thomas's father goes to your family, complains about you breaking your lot. You come to a realization on the way back. You had no idea the place where you were hiding even existed, and it wasn't too far from home. Thomas smiles in excitement when he hears this. Oh, I know lots of places like that. I'll tell you what, if we get out of this mess today, I'll show you the way to the old fortress wall. It's the perfect place to build your own fort. I dragged a bunch of wooden planks there. Too bad it's no fun to build all alone. My brother never helps. He just gets in the way. You emerge from the muddy back alleys, united by a secret only the two of you know. Seems you made a friend today. Huh. So that's spirituality, which we actually probably don't want, but we'll take it. You've made a friend, a boy named Thomas. Always happy to have a friend, that's for sure. I imagine there'll be few and far between in this rather unforgiving world. Riders on the road. It is blisteringly hot today, even for the sun-parched land of Magra. As soon as you're done with your studies, you dash outdoors and out of the stuffy room. You and Thomas roll up your shirt sleeves, but it barely helps. You were glad to go shirtless had you only been in the company of other boys. But there are 3 girls in the yard today. They're doing the laundry in a big wash tub, whispering and giggling. If you could, you would gladly keep watching one of them at work. She has big eyes of deep blue, her dark hair is braided, and her plain grey dress is mended and patched all over. Her name is Sophia. She throws her head back a little when she laughs. The rays of the sun are reflected in her eyes. You, Thomas, and the other boys keep telling silly stories. Anything to make her laugh. You sure love telling tall tales, Montgomery. Oh, I remember this one time. But then Sophia hears a voice calling her home. She nods to you and runs across the street, smiling. Her light steps carry her forward, but her eyes are looking elsewhere. But then a stone on the road catches her foot. She stumbles and falls flat into the dust. The street starts shaking from the thundering of hooves. Riders appear on the road from around the corner. They bear a coat of arms you recognise right away. A sable serpent blade upon a field of vert. It symbolises the Milanides dynasty, the family of your province's archduke. The horses dash forward. A lost wooden toy on the road cracks under their hooves. They will not slow down. They are nobles, and the rest must make way for them. Sophia is in their way, just now starting to get back on her feet. Her mother is crying for her desperately from behind the fenced door. You freeze in terror. The riders surely see the girl. Are they going to stop, or are they going to trample her? In only a few moments the beautiful girl will be trampled and crushed. We're going to use some of our willpower here, this feels important. You throw yourself blindly into the road, swinging your arms wildly. Dazed by the sound of the thundering hooves, you can see nothing but dust. For a brief moment the horses slow down, just long enough for Sophia to get back on her feet and flee to the roadside. But then the riders dig their spurs in. think we might have died. Dozens of hooves knock you off your feet and roll across your body. Your bones crack, break and crumble. Your ears are ripped apart by the thundering rhythm of the ride. Your innards are pulverized. The last thing you remember is the sound of your own skull caving in. You fall into pain that embraces you like a soft featherbed. You feel light and free. There are no restraints, just a warm glow that envelops you in its secure embrace. The waves carry you, their touch is soft, and they delicately enshroud what was once your body. It is a feeling unlike anything you've ever experienced before, something absolute and complete. You touch something greater, the reason behind everything, the reason for your existence. You were sculpted from this light, it's the first thing you ever felt, a boundless and sincere unity of the diverse. Your beginning was a spark that cast the light in all directions, and now you are here again, one with the beginning of everything. The light gleaming from you resembles the light of the shining pillar. You still see it, in the north as always. The wave of light carries you to two figures. The elder is nearest. He is ready to accept you. He is quiet, wise, kind and pure. The younger waits further back. You do not know what he is yet. The wave pauses at the elder's feet. He leans over you and plants a feather-like kiss on your forehead. The kiss spreads all over you. You are filled with unparalleled delight and bliss. You exist. You are unique. There is no one else like you. You know this and they love you. You will never be alone. You are a part of them, a part of your family, a part of the universe. The twin gods will never leave you. They watch you over you constantly. The elder softly touches you as you lie spread amongst the waves, sending you further down the torrent of light. You float on, to the top of the silver tree's spreading crown. The closer you get to the silver tree, the heavier you become. The waves draw you along its trunk, but you do not wish to part with the warmth and the softness, with the love. You turn around. The elder is still watching you. He nods. All is as it should be. Go. Your time has not yet come. You must return to the world now. As you tumble down toward your body, you comprehend the true meaning of your lesser death and the divine love that has been revealed to you. Love exists not only in the hereafter, it is present in the entire design of the twins that is the origin of all life in this world. What is the manifestation of this love in your mortal life? So cause, yourself, empire, lot, family. I think we'll go for family because we're going to try move things forward with our family to make everyone like us. A sudden comprehension of the love with which the entire world is imbued illuminates your mind, but then it fades away and vanishes. You regain the sensation of your flesh. It is heavy and unwieldy. It lacks that lightness. That light. It is a burden. It is smothering you. You gasp for air and your chest expands painfully. You feel as though your lungs are about to burst. The stagnant odour of the crypt fills them. Revolting but so real. You are back. Then you can feel again. You sense your body, head, arms and legs. The light fades around you, obedient before a will that is stronger than you. You return to the world. Such is the law of the twins, so you return to the world until the time of your true death. And in this world you have a body with which to feel pain, suffering and pleasure. You smell a sickly, moist odour. You open your eyes and see the figures of mother and father in the gloom of the family crypt, speaking to each other quietly. They stop as soon as they hear you gasp. Mother runs to you and locks you in an embrace as father wraps you in his cloak. Neither of them says a word as they lead you out to the surface and back home. You've met a terrible end, my son. You were trampled by those horses. Don't be so careless ever again. The lives you are granted by the twin gods are not to be wasted so recklessly. You'll be punished for this, but the twins have already meted out their punishment. You tremble, your steps unsteady as you learn how to move again. Your body is eerily smooth, fresh and renewed. Even the scars and scratches are gone. But there is something new on it. A fresh black mark, a reminder of your lesser death beneath those hooves. Remember that, by the twins' mercy, we are all given enough time in this world. Should you die before your time, it will be brought back by their grace. For 3 times they'll rescue you from a terrible fate, but the 4th death is true and final for all. Every loss of a life we are granted at our birth is a heavy blow to us, but the gods told us not to mourn a lesser death, and so we will humbly accept this and move on. See, your body has been reborn anew, with all your wounds healed. Do not mourn your loss of life, my son, but thank the twin gods for their justice. Do not speak of this, and do not ever play by the road again if you wish to keep on living. You cautiously go back outside the next day. Children from the neighbourhood surround you. They all saw you get trampled, and now they all ask you the same question. What was it like to die? Thomas rescues you from their pestering. He pushes the motley crew aside, hugs you, and pats you on the back. Look at you, buddy. You gave an entire life to keep a girl safe. Then you see Sophia. She is standing nearby, shyly working up the courage to walk over to you. Soon she finally approaches you and begins speaking rapidly. Montgomery, why did you throw yourself in front of those horses? My life isn't worth any more than yours, so why did you think that? You weren't supposed to die there. It was all those riders' fault. They deserved to die, not you. Her voice rises to a shriek. She suddenly stops and runs back home. You stay where you are, watching her run, the golden rays of the sun dancing in her braided hair. Okay, so we're exhausted and we've died once. So we can only do that 3 more times. We'll be a little bit careful. We're like a cat with 9 lives. We're still unprincipled and slow, but we are now a searcher. We've got more spirituality. Arguably that's not quite what I want, but we'll have to see. We spared Sophia an early death. You saved the local girl named Sophia from lesser death, so she wouldn't have died completely. But I'm hoping that saving Sophia will help us in the long run. And who knows, we might even end up having a relationship later in the future. Sophia disappeared after the terrible incident with the horses. Her friends gossip that her parents sent her off to search in a rich noble dynasty. You haven't seen each other since that day, but you still remember Sophia's eyes, the sunlight shining in them. But no matter what, life goes on. You are 10 years old now. Your studies continue, and you're learning more about the land you live in. Anazotti is an ancient city in an imperial province by the name of Magra. All Soria Magra was turned to ash eons ago, scorched by magic during the rebellion of Duke Char Melanidas. Magical arts are all gone now, but the scorched earth has remained barren and infertile ever since. Since then, the entire province has laid barren, tormented by cold and scorching winds in equal measure, with few precious plants taking root on their own. All fertile land in Magra is bought elsewhere, and brought here by an endless caravan of carts and carriages. To pay for food and soil, the cities of Magra became skilled in many trades, primarily mining and digging for metals and stone. Last fall, there was an explosion just outside the city, followed by clouds of thick smoke. The first such incident frightened the citizens, but then explosions and smoke became an everyday occurrence. Soon everyone grew used to it. Father explains that the miners are using a new invention called gunpowder. It makes it easier for them to reach the precious stones and metals buried deep within the earth. Then one day, a thunderous explosion rocks the city, and black, billowing smoke covers the houses. People are stuck in their homes, all windows tightly shut. The air is impossible to breathe, and Nathan coughs all the time. Gloria and you cough only when nobody is watching. If Mother hears it, she'll make you inhale those hot herbal vapours just like Nathan. It takes 2 days for the black smoke to disperse. People pour out onto the street to meet their friends. Thomas is eager to share everything he knows about this incident with you. They took lots of burnt up people to the city temple. Mum told me she was helping the healers. There are many rumours. Some claim it was the work of a beast stirred from its slumber, while others say it's the surviving witches that continue to threaten the order in the Empire with their accursed powers. But as for you, you patiently wait for Father to come home, and then you'll ask him about it. Father spends day and night working at the prefecture, while Mother spends all her time in prayer. It takes a full week for father to finally come home, and he's almost completely spent. You muster enough courage during dinner to ask him what happened outside the city. Father raises his head, his face a black, bleak, weary mask, and starts muttering his proclamation. It's almost as if he doesn't see you. It's the mine outside the city. They were trying to get to a vein of ore. There was an explosion, and the mine caved in, and the black smoke started flowing. Many workers died there. It was all because Count El Velasco, who owns the mines, wanted them to start mining that vein before they were ready. Some of the workers weren't even reborn. Perhaps the twins thought their final time had come. The prefecture has been inundated with complaints from families that have lost their breadwinners, asking the judges for help. Many people also lost their cattle to the black smoke. Count El Velasco blames gunpowder for the disaster. The prefecture and the newspapers just repeat whatever he says. It's plain old greed and tyranny of noblemen that are to blame. Why is the welfare of our province always paid for with commoner lives? Then, without warning, he grows silent again. You keep thinking about it for days. Can a human life really end so easily? A single moment of bad luck and you die, only to re-emerge from the temple or the family crypt with a new black mark on your arm. Or worse, you remain where you fell, dead, never to be reborn again. Ever. Okay, so Magra's got more rich, but obviously order's going down as discontentment grows. During lunch, Father tells you to stay home in the evening and prepare to meet some important guests. Your elder brother Stefan will return home by dinner tonight. Joining him will be your grandfather Gregor Brante, as well as a noble friend of the family. You are excited about your brother's return. It has been years since you last saw him. How has he changed during his years away from home? You and your father await the guests anxiously. The doorbell rings. 3 people are standing outside. Grandfather is the first to come in, naturally. He has not changed a bit since his last visit, still eyeing the house with contempt, looking for any reason to demean it. Grandfather is followed by a stately young man, dressed in a jacket embroidered in silver, whom you barely recognise as your brother. Stefan casts a glance at your threadbare clothes and your dirty fingernails, and smirks. The last to enter the house is a personable gentleman with a worn-out, wrinkled face. You've heard a lot about this man from father and grandfather. He is Baron Augustin Elborn, Stefan's uncle, a family friend, and the province's prefect, which means that he is head judge and thus father superior. Sir Elborn smiles lightly and offers you his hand. And this must be your younger son Montgomery, yes? You have your father's eyes, young man. Father bows slightly to grandfather and Sir Bourne. There's a moment of quiet when Stefan's turn comes. Father reaches out to him awkwardly, expecting an embrace. There is a question in Stefan's eyes as he looks at grandfather. The old man shakes his head. We noblemen oughtn't put our emotions on public display, father, not even after a lengthy separation. There is no embrace. Instead, Stefan nods to father curtly. He responds in kind, his face devoid of emotion. After the greeting, you proceed to the sitting room. Elborn is the first to enter. He kisses mother's hand, and Gloria's too, and tussles Nathan's hair after he sees him hiding by the table. Grandfather acknowledges them with a glum nod. Greetings, Lydia Brante. I remember you were kind to me when I was a child, and you must be Nathan. You could barely walk when I saw you last. Your elder brother ignores Gloria completely, not even a greeting. You proceed to the dining room in a dignified manner and take your seats. The dishes smell delicious, but they merely punctuate the overwhelming tension at the table. Elborn is the only one with a friendly smile on his face. The dinner is splendid, Lydia. Did you choose the dishes yourself? You have a truly refined palate. It warms my heart to know Stefan spent his early years with you. Womanly care always does a child good, no matter the estate. Your fork freezes in the air halfway to your mouth. You expect many things from a noble of the sword, but words of praise for a low-born woman are not one of them. You cast a glance at grandfather. He looks like he's about to choke on those words. It would do my grandson more good to stay at boarding school amongst his equals. Please, Gregor. Parenting is no less important. Nothing can replace a mother's love. I cannot deny it. It saddens me greatly that my late sister could not be there to raise Stefan. But there was still a family for him, and he was surrounded by love. How could that be bad? And besides, his father was by his side all the while. A father's example is always the best. After all, Robert earned the judge's rank by the same way you did. Your grandson will surely follow in your steps, and who knows, perhaps even the younger men of the Brante family will contribute to the... You clumsy, low-born cretin. Everyone is startled by this sudden outburst. Grandfather's face turns red. He is glaring at a young lady servant holding a pitcher over a glass. Stefan is sitting right next to her, dabbing a napkin on a fresh stain on his jacket. Be gone this instant. The lady servant runs away, leaving the pitcher on a small table by the door. After a quiet moment, our Born smiles again. It appears the servants have left us, yet the dinner is far from over. Worry not, uncle. There are enough commoners at this table to keep us served with food and drink. Stefan glares at Gloria across the table. She's sitting right next to you. She shrinks down and hunches over under his gaze. Father burrows his brows. Mother covers her mouth with trembling hands. Grandfather sneers, and Stefan's gaze does not move. The silence lasts far too long. Then she starts to rise from her chair. If the Brante gentlemen so wish it. Your hands clench into fists under the table. How can he bring himself to humiliate his own family, his own mother and sister like this? It is all grandfather's doing. Stefan could not even bring himself to embrace father without his permission. And yet they are noblemen, and they have the right to act this way. If there's any way this dinner could become even more unbearable, you do not want to see it. You can insult Stefan, make small talk with the guest, or join Gloria in her plight. We're going to join Gloria. Although again, I imagine it won't go down very well. You deliberate for a moment, then take the napkin off your lap and rise to join Gloria. A moment later, you hear the sound of another chair moving. Your mother joins you. The three of you now refill glasses, serve food, and clear away dirty dishes. Sir Elborn tries to make small talk with father, but in vain, so he focuses his attention on grandfather and Stefan. Grandfather is pleased to inform him of Stefan's achievements at the boarding school, especially his exemplary sword fighting skills. He constantly stresses the importance of your elder brother for the future of the family. You listen to him dispassionately as you continue serving new dishes to the table. As you wait at the nobleman's table, you notice your sister and mother never bump into each other. Your labour is impeccable. Grandfather could not even find fault with it even if he tried. Your shoulders and back are aching, but being a manservant inside your own house hurts even more. When the guests finally leave, Mother and Gloria embrace you with relief. You did not neglect your relatives and share their humiliation. And the composure you've shown gave you new strength. So, Gloria likes us more, which is grateful, which is good. We've got more willpower, which is going to be useful for the future. But no other stat gain. Okay. A dropped handkerchief. Hot, dry winds sweep through the city from the barren lands around it. The noble residents of Anazotti prefer to remain in their chambers, while the commoners huddle in tents or in the shade of the silver tree. You are on an errand right now. Your father wrote a letter to a noble acquaintance, and you are to deliver it. Thomas, the boy down the street, is tagging along. The two of you are inseparable now. The errand is an easy one, so you decide to take this opportunity to loiter around the part of Anazotti where the nobles live. So here you are, in the middle of the city square, resting on the ancient brickwork by the old fountain, in the merciful shade of the gargantuan silver tree. Thomas is by your side, lazily slouching on the edge of the fountain's basin. It's a hard life for commoners like you and me. Either you break your day in a workshop day and night, hoping someone will buy your goods someday, or you become a manservant to some noble. You never get a chance to enjoy life. This is our lot, you remind him. We work and endure to suffer. But Thomas waves your words away. Yeah, I know that already. Mother keeps drilling that stuff into me. We must be humble. Our strength is patience and persistence. So yeah, I say, but I want to make my fortune no matter what. So how ain't that living by my lot, I ask you? But the lots, they aren't easy. Let's take you, for example. Your father's a nobleman, but even if that didn't make you one. Just look at your hands. You're not having to work hard as me. We have the same lot, so we're supposed to suffer the same. Or look at your father. He's a judge, he toils at the prefecture day and night during his judging, and he's a noble. I've never seen an Archnean work as hard as he does. You shrug. The Archneans are a different race. The books say they were born to rule over humans. They are never commoners, always nobles of the sword, by birth. They founded the Empire after subduing all the human kingdoms on the continent. Humans will never be their equals. Archneans are always better, smarter, stronger. Their skin is a noble shade of blue. The books are to be believed, of course. You've never seen one yourself. Your idle chatter is suddenly interrupted by a rugged-looking guardsman dressed in black and green. He chases you away from the fountain. Common rabble like you have no place here. You hear the clattering of hooves and wheels against the cobblestones and see flags bearing a coat of arms. A sable serpent on a field of vert. It makes you squirm. It's the Archduke's coat of arms, the Milonidus dynasty. The carriage doors opens, revealing a young lady in luxurious dress. You cannot look away from her. Those dainty shoulders suggested, but not revealed by the cut of her dress. Her black hair cascading over them. Her stately, slim silhouette, her pouty lips and prim nose, and those eyes, dark like the night sky. The way she moves, fluidly, gracefully, and most incredibly of all, her skin glows in azure blue. She is a masterpiece given life. She is an Archnean. Clear the way for me. The Milonidus guardsmen work quickly to clear the way to the fountain for the Archnean lady. The searing sun dances on her skin in a bizarre pattern. With one elegant motion, she reveals a handkerchief, and leans over the basin and wipes her head and neck with its cool water. Well, I'll be. That's Octavia Milonidus, our Archduke's own daughter. The Archnean turns away and proceeds gracefully back to her carriage. You see something slip out of her hand and fall onto the cobblestones right next to you. Her handkerchief. It is right there by your feet. Intricate craftsmanship, expensive woven fabric, delicately decorated with emerald filigree. Your heart skips a beat. Will you dare draw the beautiful Archnean's attention in order to return her lost possession, or would you rather not attempt to cross the chasm between you and her? So we can keep the handkerchief as a memento. Stash the trophy. We'll give it back to her. We've got willpower. We've got some extra willpower. If we can get her on side, which she probably won't do so, that'd be very, very good. Because having a friend in high places would be wonderful. It takes a moment to overcome your fear. You follow the young lady Milonidus and call out to her in a nervous voice. She turns around, her beautiful face marred by puzzled expression. You extend the dropped handkerchief towards her. No, I don't think she's going to like this. Lady Octavia's face contorts into a sneer. She signs to the guardsman indifferently. The guardsman's gauntlet-clad hand slaps you in the face. It rings your head like a heavy bell, and your nose cracks obediently under the staggering force. The rest of you follow suit and you fall prone. You can discern the guardsman's voice through the painful din in your ears. Shall I take the handkerchief back, lady? After the commoner's hands have befouled it, let him wipe himself with it for all I care. Huh. The carriage drives away. Thomas runs up to you and drags you back to the fountain. Your head is still ringing from the blow. The fateful handkerchief is still crumpled in your hand. But she remembers us. Doesn't mean she likes us, but she remembers us even if we're a scrawny little git. Doesn't say their age. I'm wondering if... Yeah, she remembers you from the day of your youth. She might be someone to have in our back pocket for future. Willpower's gone down, but we had some extra willpower, that's fine. Matters of the heart. Event has happened. You experience your first romantic feelings. Is this towards the lady that we just met? Or is it towards Sophia? Huh. Well, I'm not sure what to make of that, really. We'll leave things there. That feels important. I'm curious to see who is the love of our life, or our first love. I mean, presumably it's the kind of beautiful, slightly blue Arcanian lady. But it might also be the girl that we saved, Sophia from the horses. We'll just have to see. More to come soon indeed. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.